So for today's witch word of the day isn't really that witchy, but it's, it still counts. Okay. It is erotes.
Sexy.
It is sexy because in Greek mythology, the erotes, is it erotes?
You're telling us.
Okay, so erotes.
Sounds like a fungus.
Yeah, it does. So the erotes are a collective of winged gods of love and desire associated with Aphrodite. They kind of like follow her a little bit, whatever she wants. And they represent different facets of love, with the most famous being Eros, our most famous Cupid that we have, love, but also includes Anteros, which is reciprocated love, Himeros, which is unrequited love and sexual desire, and Pothos, which is yearning. The erotes are often associated with same-sex desire and playful flirtation. And they're usually depicted as handsome, nude, winged youths. In later art, they were portrayed as winged infants or pati. So the Cupids. And there you go. They're very interesting.
Youths.
They're very fun. Yeah, those youths. Hooligans. The mischievous hooligans.
You haven't even read that?
Wait, what are you doing with the book?
So he has the confidence to finish the story.
Hear now the words of the witches.
Can you hear the words of the witches? Yeah, the words of the witches.
Welcome to Words of the Witches, the Charmed podcast that will guide you through the lesser-known published lore of the Charmed universe.
In this night and in this hour, we call upon our fanboy power, bringing education and stupefaction to all of you.
Together, we will use our knowledge and reverence abundantly, but also find ourselves sassy and delightful.
Which is why we will truly be charmed.
All right, well, welcome, spellworders, to Words of the Witches, episode 156. This is fun. This is our new episode. Yay! I'm Kevin, your resident charmed resource.
And I'm Sean, and I love that you apologize for your witch word of the day when I've literally used Ragnarok and La Boo Boo.
That's true.
That's hilarious.
We're being fun. So hi, Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat Zaccard. Longtime fan.
Yay!
Regular guest, I guess. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Welcome to a new season. I'm choking.
Got him all choked up, Kat.
I'm all choked up. Welcome to a new
Wouldn't be the first time.
type of episode. Yeah.
I'm so excited for this. The comics are so fun. Or I mean, not the comics, the magazine. It's so fun.
Yeah. What's been up? What's been happening? You moved?
I moved. I live in a new place. I'm renting a house. I'm living all alone. It's very exciting. I'm in school, which is ridiculous. The Division of Diversity got dissolved, but I kept my job, luckily. So still fighting the good fight.
Nice.
But yeah, life's hard out there.
Nice.
But we're hanging in. Yeah.
We're hanging in there with good folks like us
How about you?
together.
How about you, beautiful?
And kudos to you for going to school. I just graduated, so it's never too late.
Props to you. Congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited for you.
Yay!
All right, we'll party
Everyone's
later.
So smart.
Yeah.
So smart and beautiful.
You're so smart and beautiful too, Kevin.
Yeah,
Well,
you
thank
are.
you.
I want to sit on your face while you read me Shakespeare.
Aw,
Wow.
that's so kind.
It would be an honor. It would be a privilege and an honor.
All right, so we'll be reconvening for an update on that.
Right. Yeah.
It'll be a bonus episode.
Usually we're, I mean,
Exactly.
maybe we're
We
sillier
are
in
going to be
the
covering the
morning.
charmed
I
porn
don't
soon,
know.
so there you go. Maybe.
I didn't know
All
there
day
was
long.
charmed porn.
Yeah, we'll be.
I loved your shock. Oh, Oh no, he's getting the charmed porn. He's
I
getting
have the DVD.
There's a DVD? Wow.
I will not show you the back of it because that's more graphic, but there's the front.
Okay, well,
we will be
I'm
doing a
coming
bonus
over
episode
for
of this
a watch
soon.
party.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
My world just expanded. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So did my asshole.
Well, let's
I
get
think
down
Alyssa
to
Milano
business to
started an
defeat the
organization
Huns.
to stop that from happening.
She did. SafeSearching.com. Thank you for reading the interview.
Exactly. Sorry, Alyssa. I did not.
Oh, all right.
That's funny.
We are so
Okay.
goofy. So poll results. We had we actually had 2 polls last week because it was fun. First one was who is the ultimate power, Billy and Christy together or Billy alone? What would you say, Kat?
Billy alone.
Okay.
Because Christy was the key to the ultimate power. Oh, but I guess a key and a lock fit together, and they can't be more powerful than the charmed ones. I don't know. Maybe it was Billy and Christy together. Do I have to decide? Or I have to make a decision. I'm a Pisces. I don't like this.
No, it's fine. I mean, because the results
I'm
are
gonna say
in.
Billy.
Um,
Billy alone. The results are in. You don't count.
Thanks for your opinion. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Noted.
Well, because in my mind, I always thought it was them together as sisters because that's what made them like more, alike with the Charmed ones because the Charmed ones have that bond that they have to be united for that power to work. So I thought them being united made sense, a good parallel to them. But then Brad Kern stated last episode or last issue that it's okay. Nice.
I'm having issues.
He stated that Christy was just the key, like you said, and Billy was the ultimate power and whatever. And I was just like, I feel like we didn't get that really represented in the show. So I was like, I don't know how much I believe it. But it's interesting. So how do you think the votes went, Sean?
I think people are gonna say Billy and Christy because they're smarter than Kat.
I mean, my thing with it is we don't want a group of sisters to be more powerful than the charmed ones, but I guess that's
true.
just out the.
So on Instagram, Billy and Christy got 36% and Billy alone got 64%.
Yeah, in
They
your
have failed
face.
me.
Who's smarter now, Sean?
Most smartest. It's you.
It was 75 votes to 133 votes. And I was like, my guess.
That's a lot of votes.
I was, yeah. YouTube was the opposite, though. YouTube had Billy and Christy at 71% and Billy alone at 29%.
We know that.
But then I had a conversation with J3 Lion. He said he voted for Billy alone, and he said Christy's contribution seems to be purely about turning Billy morally. But then he also broke the rules. Bradkin broke the rules because it's always the firstborn, which is the most powerful. That's how it's always been.
Oh.
So the fact that Billy is more powerful with projection already breaks his established rules that he's been having forever.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's the most smartest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's lived it for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus Christy was a fire starter, which was her own kind of rare race of magical being.
That's true.
It wasn't, and yeah, so it's really, she had all these things working for her, and then it's just like, what? One power makes it a totally different. And also, Wyatt has projection power too, and he's charmed, so shouldn't he be the ultimate power?
True.
Yeah, and isn't he painted as the most powerful witch of all time, time and time again.
right.
Like he pulled Excalibur from, or whatever. I mean, I guess.
And he's also another
how
one
he
that's
did, but,
morally gray, because is he turning evil or is he good?
Yeah.
So that would have.
Would
Would
you
have that
need
been a
that,
twist?
too?
If that he grew up and he was like the ultimate power against the charmed ones. Come on, that could have been amazing.
The reboot. Oh.
See, but then we had a secondary poll because Damien requested that I do a secondary poll about is Michael Burgeon attractive.
I forgot about that.
He played the handsome demon in Centennial Charmed. That's all he did in the show.
I'm on Facebook, so I'm trying to picture his face.
Yeah, I think the poll is still active on the Instagram if you wanted to look.
Okay. We'll get on that right now.
But I didn't think he was attractive. Damien thought he was attractive. Sean, I don't know how you felt. You just kind of seemed kind of like in the middle.
I was kind of in the middle. I was kind of Jimmy Eat World about it because he's not like my type of attractive, but I could see how he's attractive.
Right. That's how I mean, I can see why. Because he has had a good body and there are pictures of him that are nice, but he's not usually he's not something I would go for because there's something that's weird about him. Something that's off-putting to me and I can't really describe it. So
I'm voting on
Instagram.
now.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. I think he's attractive.
Okay.
Oh, I think this guy's attractive too.
Oh, I know who that is.
It's
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna be in a smut box, so that's manner keeping. But
Oh, good for you. I'm very excited.
yeah.
Give me details later in the
So
porn episode.
yeah, but 76% said yes, 24% said no. But still, a lot more people said no than you would expect, I guess. So that's good.
You know, Michael Burgeon
Yeah, all
is
the
like listening to
lesbians.
this right now, and he's like, "Woof, I'm hot, good."
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's gonna hear this, and I'm too nice of a person to be like, yeah, no. He's like, how dare you?
Right. No, we're good. And YouTube is the same, pretty much 75 to 25. You know, they think he's attractive, but it could just be the body. Who knows? I don't know.
Get it, Michael?
Just let him
I
have
mean,
the
the
win.
shirtless picture
Jeez.
helps.
I'm like, cover your head, then we'll be fine.
He's not gonna be your friend anymore, Kevin. He's gonna be like, I listened to that
know.
episode, and you know what? We done.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so terrible. All right, let's get into some manner keeping.
You can't just vanquish an entire house, especially not our house. People are gonna notice.
Manner keeping.
Well, the problem isn't the manner. It's the manner in which it was treated.
A good witch is a clean witch.
Because I got some manner
This is
keeping.
the honest, hard-hitting news that Charmed fans need. You know, we're raw and uncut. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes.
That's also what the porn is called.
That's good.
So, I did look into that Engaged and Confused where Brad said that revealed that Christy was the key, and it really came down to just this. Candor says, it was never about us, it was always about you. We've taught you all we've known, shown you the way. Now you must go forward to fulfill your destiny, to unite with the ultimate power. And Christy says, Billy. That's really all we get for the context.
Oh. Wow.
So Billy's the ultimate power, but to unite with the ultimate power.
Right. It's like, if you unite, aren't you the ultimate power too? Aren't you one? It's very confusing to me.
I kind of like the idea of them uniting to become the ultimate power, so that the charmed ones are the more powerful ones when they're individualized or separate or whatever.
Right. You know? So, whatever.
I like that.
Also, how did the source snap up Billy or Christy in the first place and make her his, assassin as a fire starter? So.
Yeah. Come on now.
He was hiding her in that cave from everybody.
I know. She could have been trained much even sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She could have had a way bigger problem. It just goes to show how the Underworld just constantly undermines their ability to,
Right.
enact their goals. They're just, yeah.
Mhm.
They're like stormtroopers. They're just shooting blanks everywhere.
Yeah. I said last week that Carol Wood is credited for season 1, and then Dan Hepburn was season 2. I have learned, because I have in talks with J3 Lion, he has been in contact with Carol Wood, and she said that she is in fact only did one episode. So she did not do all of season 1 and half of season 2. She only did one episode, and that's Which Proves It Anyway. She also said
It's a good
that
episode.
the guy, it was good. The guy that that hired her, who was in charge of the Book of Shadows artist, was purposely moving the style of the book away from satanic-looking images. So we got some fun tidbits there.
That's fun.
Yeah. Also, I just had a correction because this happens all the time. Sean, you said Mark Cho was on the show when you meant John Cho was playing Mark Chow.
John Cho.
It happens all the time. Those are very easy to mix up.
Because doesn't he play Mark? That
Love
was his character.
John Cho.
Right.
Yeah.
So John Cho plays Mark Chow.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Can we just have a moment of silence for how hot John Cho is? Oh, he's so cute.
See,
Okay.
he's definitely
He's legitimately like, yeah. John,
Yeah.
I'm single now. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
He listens too.
Right. And yeah. And so now, and
Come
I'm
make
also going
it.
to formally announce that I am doing the Smut Box. Ashley Burnell, I'm just trying to keep it rolling. Ashley Burnell is doing, she has like a book box where mostly she features like a smut author, and then so all their smutty work, and then has a little feature on the author. This time it's a twist where like the writing isn't smut, but the author is. So there's lots of sexy pictures of me on like folders and notebooks and things like that, and then you get a copy of the Charmed musical with it. So
Wow.
yeah,
Hey,
so
we
it's
were
been
in
fun.
that.
Do
Yeah,
we all
of
have to
us.
send naked pictures in?
If you want, I suppose.
Yeah, we received yours. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a Christmas box, so you can pre-order that now.
Check me out on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the one of you listening to Shakespeare. That was a good one.
I really appreciated your Shakespeare one as well.
Thank you.
Oh, I think there was a purple cloud
right.
being cleaved into.
The ass cloud.
The ass cloud. I didn't mind it. Sean.
Thanks,
Why
Nina.
is it he's farting? Okay, sorry. We digress. Keep it rolling, Kevin. God.
So let's get into this magazine. So this is Charmed Magazine issue 12, Forever Phoebe. It's the August-September 2006 issue, released July 25th, 2006, with Kate Lloyd as the editor, writers Kate Anderson, Phyllis Ungerleider, David Walden, and Ian Spelling. And yeah, designers Caroline Grimshaw, Barry Spears, he's new, and Marcus Scudamore. So yeah.
You
Okay,
sounded
Sean, tell us
like-
what happened.
You sounded like Tim Gunn for a minute. Designers.
Forever Phoebe is the title on this. Forever Phoebe is designer, fashion icon.
Designer.
She was on Project Runway. Elsa Milano was a judge on there, wasn't she? No, that was another show.
Yeah, she was on like one of the
Yeah.
spin-off ones
Yeah.
or something.
See? Yeah.
Tim Gunn's
There you
amazing.
go.
His quiet disappointment
Yes.
could get me to do anything.
I know. Well, I'm watching real quick tangent. I know we never do those. I'm watching the latest season because one of the RuPaul girls is on it, and Christian Siriano is like the new Tim Gunn, and he is harsh. He will straight up be like, "That looks terrible, Cindy." I'm like, "Oh my god." Tim Gunn was nice.
My friend was saying the same thing. Like he was like, "You did not just walk out of here with like, a simple peplum or something. Call it new." I don't remember what it was, but
All right, but so today we are covering the news. We have a little cover of Alyssa Milano, Forever Phoebe. We have End of an Era, final episode set report. We've got more of the Book of Shadows. We have a double-sided poster, Kat. I know where your mind was going. We also have a little snippet on Victor Webster. I'm with Cupid. Another location. The last location. Michelle Stafford, Desperate and Loving It. We also have Charmed Awards, which we really don't get the awards. We just get what the awards are again, but no answers. Demon Profile. We also have a classic Charmed episode, Ask Brad, Show and Spell. Yeah, and that's everything.
Okay, beautiful. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get the awards, I think, in two issues from now. We'll get the results. So they want to give people time to submit. Whatever.
I'm here for it.
Cool. Is the Bay Mirror the news? So, we see Mallory Liddell from Wisconsin. Hey,
Hey.
she's a Make-A-Wish girl, and she was diagnosed with, what was it? Leukemia?
I think it was leukemia.
Yeah. But she visited the set for a day of Charmed with her family, and yeah, she got a really nice visit. And this was, the type of kid that 10-year-old me or 15-year-old me was like really jealous of, because I was like, they didn't deserve it. But I'm like, but no, I'm very happy for her, and I'm really happy she had fun. She got this hat signed by everybody. She got to clap the clapboard. So yeah, yay. Then we have Holly Marie Combs. It's like, what's next with her? So she's gonna stay home with Finley. She's like, yeah, he was so accustomed as a baby to being on set. So yeah, Finley would yell, cut print as a baby. So that's fun. And then Alyssa's focus was on humanitarian aid and her dog Lucy. Rose was working on Grindhouse simultaneously in the last season of Charmed. So now she's like, I can focus on one job at a time now. And then Kaylee started in a pilot about two sisters. Will it get picked up? No. But she goes on to another show, so it's fine. And that's all I got.
She gets her break.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, and then we have a nice interview with Alyssa Milano in Forever Phoebe. And I thought it was interesting that they had an 8-year contract. And so they knew that they didn't know in year 7 if they were going to be continuing to year 8 or not, but they knew that it was probably going to end in year 8 because, as she says, they couldn't afford her. She's like, yeah, they'd have to do a lot of renegotiating.
I'll be
they can't afford me.
expensive.
I'm too expensive.
I'm too
Yeah,
famous.
but I kind of love that.
I took
she's
all Shannon
like,
Doherty's
just
money.
matter
It's
of
fine.
fact about it. She didn't seem like snotty about it in the interview. She was just kind of being like matter of fact about it. But
right.
yeah, but she definitely emphasized how like they're all friends. Like she hangs out with her friends, and but so I thought there was a couple interesting contradictions though, because they asked her like what her favorite episode was, and she was like, the mermaid one. She was like, it was so fun, like it was a real challenge and blah blah blah. And then later in the same interview, she's like, I am terrified of water, and I can't believe they put me in that fucking suit in the ocean with my legs bound. And I'm like, I guess I respect that. Like it was like you were like facing your biggest fears, and so you kind of maybe are proud of yourself for overcoming that. But I also thought it was interesting because I always got the impression that they didn't love the get-ups, and I'm like, well, maybe that was just part of the characters. They didn't love the get-ups, but like she was like, oh, I loved it whenever they put me in some crazy outfit because the cast and crew could make fun of me, which was fun for everyone. And I was like, that's adorable. She's like, yeah, make fun of me so that we all have a good time on set. Like she seems like a fun person to work with. I don't know, I'm just saying. Alyssa, I'm available to be BFFs just in case you're looking. I'm a really good friend. No, all my friends are gonna be like, bitch. Just kidding. So she stayed home for New Year's. She did not get invited out for New Year's Eve, and she was all home alone on New Year's. And I was like, oh. And she was like, maybe I got invited to a party and didn't notice. And she won't go to the big paparazzi events unless there's a charity involved. She was like, my time is money. And if you want me to get dressed up and have a photo of me, money needs to go to charity. And I think that's great, I thought it was funny. Oh yeah, will the friendship of Holly and Rose survive? And she's like, yes, we're all best friends. And I was like, yes, you are. We're just going to pretend they are all best
Keep
friends.
on believing.
In my universe,
Yeah.
they're all still best friends. And I'm going to leave it there. I thought it was interesting that she believes that everything works out the way it's supposed to, kind of like Phoebe does, you know, like everything happens for a reason. But I also feel like it was like this subtle, oh no, we're not going to mention the sister who shall not be named. Then they started talking about charmed conventions, and considering how many like Comic Cons that they've all been involved in since, I thought that was cute that they're like, well, maybe there'll be a charmed convention. I hear there's one in Europe, and Alyssa's like, I'm only going if it's somewhere like tropical and amazing. She's like, I'll be there if it's Bali. Indonesia, I'm in. Milwaukee, fuck off.
Right.
Said that she didn't really have a favorite episode because she never really watches them after the first season. She felt like it was a little too narcissistic to watch herself on screen, and she lived it, so she didn't need to rewatch it. And I mean, I don't know what it's like to be an actor. I imagine that seems pretty common. Holly doesn't watch herself do anything either. But I feel like Shannon was really invested in like rewatching all of the stuff and making sure everything was just how she wanted it. So I thought that was an interesting side note into their process. And then when asked what she'll miss from the Phoebe character, or what part of her is most like the Phoebe character, she was like, it was like her quest for love. And I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
And relatable. And and then getting back to porn, she was like, her little brother searched her name and found a bunch of porn, which is horrific. And I can't believe they
He was
put
like
that
12
in
at
this
the
magazine.
time.
It was terrible. Oh my God. And then so they sued the porn people. They're coming for you next, Kevin. And then they took all the money and they made the safe searching website so that people could look up actors and get information about them without getting all the nasty stuff that all the dirty birds put out on the interwebs. I also thought it was interesting that she was kind of like, she has to go find herself again. Like, she's been invested in this character and in this show for so long. It's been so much her world that she's like, I'm looking forward to getting to know myself. Like, she was like, I spent my, young teen years in Who's the Boss, and then she spent her 20s and early 30s as Charmed, and now she's like figuring out who she is. And I thought that was great. And then her UNICEF ambassador ship is like the most important thing that she's got going for her, is like being able to give back. And when she was like, what's the point of being a celebrity if you can't use it to do something good in the world? And I was like, exactly. So I love that for her.
Yeah, I love that too.
She's so good. Like, I think she's a good person. I think people are mad at her because of the bad decisions she made during Charmed, but I think overall she is a very good person, which I like.
Well, and like, we're all human and we all make mistakes, and we all have that work friend or that work situation that maybe doesn't go quite right, or you learn, or you over trust, and then you're like, oh, this relationship isn't what I thought it was. And I don't know what it's like to be a 20 something. They were all child stars. Okay. There's a lot of ego in there. I have sisters, so I'm like, that was dicey.
All right, Sean, take us away with End of an Era.
All right, so A Farewell to Charmed and End of an Era. It's a wrap. They both kind of say the same thing. So Kevin gave me both, so we'll just kind of cover it at a high level. So this talks about how on April 5th, 2006 at 8:30 in the morning, they were shooting the final scenes for the show, for Forever Charmed. So you get a lot of people saying like they love working with the Charmed cast. It's like a family, all that kind of stuff in here. It goes into a lot of detail about how they shot the last scenes, how they like had to tear down the manor and then get all those scenes after it was like exploded. Yeah, they're very pretty. They're very colorful.
Dilapidated.
And they had so much fun tearing it apart. And
yeah.
It was cool.
We get a little from James Conway about how he was involved with Charmed even before it was a show. Like for the pilot, he was involved with like the talks for the show. So he got to see it completely evolve past even having like Lori Ron be part of it to bring on Alyssa, the whole shebang. I think it was in this one. The writer, I thought, said something really funny, especially living in LA. The writer was like, "Oh, and Alyssa went and picked up food from a little burger joint called In and Out." I'm like, "A little burger joint?
I know.
That is a fast food restaurant."
I mean, I know it. We don't have them here, but I know it very well. So it's not like it's a secret.
I was like, is the writer like being facetious and making a joke, or are they just not from around here? Like,
right.
What's going
on?
Right.
I mean, they're probably British.
The same
so maybe they don't have them in England.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it that big back then? Franchise?
It's always been pretty big. I mean, a lot of people around here knew about it since I've been young, and that was a long time ago. Like a really
that was
long
a
time
long time ago. Yeah.
You know what, Kat? I can say it, but when you say it, it's just rude.
You know what? I felt it, and I feel bad now. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I told you weren't smart, and then I got my ass handed to me, so it's very fair.
We're all friends here.
I know. I wouldn't be this comfortable talking at you like this if I didn't love you, so it's a compliment. There's
exactly.
A compliment in
Let me just run to this local burger joint and get you something from. Have you heard of Mickey Donald's? I will the Shamrock Shake.
This then goes into the wrap party, which was April 12th, 2006. It just kind of talks about how there was a buffet with a bunch of food. Brad Kern called everybody together at 9:45 p.m. We had speeches from all the main cast, which part of me was like, I wonder if any of the old cast was pissed off that Kaylee Cuoco got to speak. She was treated like she was royalty, but she's only been in one season. We have other characters who weren't so much more than her. Yeah. I was wondering if anyone was like, fuck Kaylee, I hate that bitch. Ultimate evil.
They'd kill them both.
Don't be a bitch.
Bitch. She's not even the eldest.
Right?
Not to mention she's blonde.
See?
Yeah.
And blonde. Word spellers. Worders, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Spell worders. This isn't a spelling bee, Zaccard.
I know, right?
So we had multiple of the cast come up. Of course, Rose cried and made a lot of people cry. I thought it was cute that Alyssa didn't get out of her chair because her shoes were hurting because they were new. And I'm like, Alyssa, after I wore those fucking pumps as my Dazzler cosplay, I was like, I get it, girl. I get it. You'll suck.
I love in that too, because they talked about how Brad goes to Marinette. He's like, "Sorry, I killed you."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's okay.
I thought that was cool that they were like, "Oh, I tried to write a redemption arc and it just didn't work."
Right.
And I was like, "Yes, I appreciate that they went through that whole thought process of how to wrap it up, and then just decided we need to kill her." And I'm like, "Yeah, you do."
It was a cool thing to know that they thought about it.
Yeah.
I think if there was a season 9, maybe they could have redempted her. Redempted? That's a word. But there wasn't time.
Yeah. They did say that Charmed was the last rap party of all WB shows, which is cool. So they said, they end up saying, it's the end of a network, and we vanquished the WB.
Vanquished.
This is the last Aaron Spelling show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least they went out with a bang.
They did. Oh, yeah. Boom. Yes. But I was mad because they played gag reels during this party that we never got to see. They showed it. They got to see. We don't get to see. Rude.
Aww.
Rude.
Man.
So it exists.
I want a gag reel.
Yeah. I know. Next we have Make Your Own Book of Shadows. These are the final pages of the Book of Shadows, Make Your Own. So we have Valkyries. We have the Wendigo right page. And then we have vampires, both pages. oh, here's this poster in the middle. This, and of course the fat Chris that was requested. The poster in the middle. Then we have the other Wendigo page with the drawing. This blank page because they were lazy, and I guess it's the end. And then we have the separated witch from their powers and to call a switch spell, and then the unbecoming a Wendigo. So altogether, if you have collected all of the pages from every issue, you would have had 48 pages.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Except then you have to cut up your beautiful magazine.
Yeah,
but we already posting our pictures
right?
all over your bedroom wall anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not. I keep them in the magazine because I already got a replica that's way better. So I didn't do that.
I printed mine off on paper, and I'm just gonna get around to binding it and making my own someday. But it's there in a box.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
Totally printed that at work.
And then we have another Charmed Destiny competition where the Charmed Destiny Inkworks cards have been released, and we have a little Prue cameo because she's only reduced to cameos now. They don't show her officially.
R.I.P. Prue.
I know.
I'm with Cupid. So we had a nice little network disruption. So I'm with Cupid. Victor Webster, pages 40 to 43. We have a nice little interview with Coop, Phoebe's love of her life. And I thought it was funny. He was like, "You want me to play a Cupid? Am I going to be in a diaper and naked the whole time?" And I was like, yeah, we should have done that. But no, he was very classily dressed the whole time. You know, he's that classic handsome guy, you know, tall, dark, and handsome, totally Phoebe's, type, big time. Well, and then when he started the show, he had his foot in a boot because he had broken his leg and had his foot smashed in a motorcycle accident when he was cruising around in Mexico with his buddies, and then his buddy wiped out in front of him, and he chose not to decapitate him. I chose not to decapitate him, and he crashed his motorcycle instead, but he went up in the air, and the motorcycle landed on his leg and crushed his foot. And I was like, well, I guess that's what you get.
Yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't know that in some of those episodes he was injured. Oh yeah, and then he mentioned about working on a set with all women, that he had recently done another show with all women, and he was like, they're all just best friends on set, which I thought was really amusing because it was there's traditionally tension in this, the Charmed set early on, and he's like, they just all got along so well, and they're all just sisters in real life. And I was like, yeah, that's the image we all want to believe and we agree with. And then he said on male-dominated sets, you have to go and shoot the breeze with them a bit. It's a little bit of a locker room mentality. He literally was like, you have to beat your chest a little. But again, lots of ego with actors, right? And we know they're good at lying, so you kind of gotta work with that. But he said that he could just be calm on a cast of all women, because it was he could just go read a book and nobody was gonna question his manhood over it.
Right.
And then he also said that that the motorcycle accident wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to him, although it sounds like it was really painful. He had to hop out of the desert on one foot with his other foot smashed, and he had to stop every 30 seconds to hop. And he's like, hopping's really hard. I'm like, yeah, especially when your other foot is smashed. It'd probably be a lot easier if you weren't also having major injuries. But I thought it was cute that he was just like, oh, hopping's hard. But anyway, he was kind of a reckless.
Right.
I love the delay. I'm like, I guess I wasn't funny, and then 30 seconds later, you're both laughing. I'm like, I was funny.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna wait for it. Wait for it.
Right.
Okay. He was a reckless He was a reckless youth. He was just a reckless youth, and but until he discovered martial arts, and he had his own Karate Kid moment where it was more about learning about life and the philosophy. And I think that this is true for a lot of martial art you know, because it's like that Eastern philosophy is very much incorporated into most martial arts training. And so it helped kind of guide him in a way that he needed as a young, reckless, testosterone riddled Ute. But I will go on to say too, he's very handsome. That's all I gotta say.
He
He is. Beautiful
He's a
man.
good-looking guy.
Ugh. And I got to meet him in person. I got to touch his hand. It was really great. He's very tall.
Victor, I'm also
You want-
single.
He wanted to arm wrestle me. I'm like, you're funny.
Did you?
I did not. I was like, that. I mean, I should have, even though I knew I would have lost like terribly. But it's nice that he noticed. He saw me in line. He's like, I'm going to arm wrestle this guy. I'm like, you noticed me.
I'm not arm wrestle you and lose.
Something. Okay, this one. There we go. I don't know. This one. This one. I don't know. This is bigger.
Do you have a better bicep to show off?
Thanks. Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Reach for the porn box, the smut box.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Sean, take it away.
So this is our last location, for better or for worse, but this one is really good. Phyllis Ungerleider sits down with Paul Stahelli to talk about the Underworld. So I really like this one because we get like a thorough look of the Underworld. So apparently at first it was just like foam rubber, but that was because they didn't know how much they were going to be using the Underworld. So eventually like it started to fall apart. So then they had to rebuild it out of like fiberglass. They talk about like, well, shit, what do we do with the floor? So they're like, hey, let's put sand. And all the feral cats are like, cool, that's the biggest litter box ever. So they're like, let's get rid of the sand.
Yeah.
So they tried like a few things, and I guess they ended on this kind of like bouncy material, which makes me laugh because like I just imagine they're like, we're going into the Underworld, and it's like a bouncy like playhouse.
It kind of reminded me. I thought of like the things that at parks, where it's kind of like that squishy kind of rubber thing. That's what I kind of thought of. I'm like, ooh, this is good. I want all of this to be like this.
This is so evil. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Wee! Catch me!
When you get thrown around those little soft landing.
True, that's very true.
They were getting too many concussions on set.
Yeah. They talk about like all the ways that they've like used this set. So like they made it into ancient Egypt for when what's the episode, Kevin? To Mummy Tambien.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made it into like it was the Valkyrie set. They just put some like ivy on the wall and like lit it different, so that way it looked like an outside set with the Valkyries. It was also used for the pirates. They just again lit it differently. They moved it 4 feet off the ground and put water underneath, and it turned into the old hag's cave for the mermaid tail. Like this set is used for
Demon,
everything.
Amara, Kira, everything. Like
yeah. So
and they went through them all. It's just crazy. So many. So much of it.
When they're like, Phoebe was trapped in her grotesque body. I'm like, she wasn't that ugly. Cut her some slack.
I know, they're so mean to Amara. Poor actress. I know they like uglified her, but not that much.
But
right.
still.
No.
I've seen uglier.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Right.
She's like TV ugly, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, TV.
She's in LA too. Ugh.
Then we have this one, Desperate and Loving It, Michelle Stafford. And this is about, her stint in Desperate House Witches. She modeled her character of Mandy after Marsha Cross. It's like I just kind of thought of her. That was kind of like the idea, right? That's why it's called Desperate House Witches. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I've seen a bunch of my friends in Charmed, so it's cool to be here. And then during the interview, she was saying like the crew is treated well. And then a crew person interrupts the interview to bring them stools. Like, look how nice they are here. uh, and then they asked her a lot about Young and the Restless, which I didn't care about. That was kind of fluffy. I'm like, whatever. And there you go. I kind of found like this interview to be a little bit pointless. And I was like awkward reading it. It's awkward and sad reading it. Like, it's nice, but it's like, did we really need this? Okay.
It was just filler.
Yeah, the questions felt very reachy. Like, what can I ask her now?
Yeah.
This girl's giving me nothing.
So it's here. Right. Yeah. And like basic questions. It's like, okay, yeah. Then we have the Charm Magazine Awards.
Pop on Pop by Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, right. See?
I bet you did.
I bet.
Read some Shakespeare and we're calling it a good time.
Yeah. Then we have the Charmed Awards again, just kind of reiterating those categories. We will go over them in 2 issues from now when they are revealed. That's done. All right. Go on to the Demon Profile. We'll do the Triad cat.
I forgot to read this part. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
That's okay.
But I have your notes that they're cruel and single-minded. I'm speaking evil.
It's not that exciting. There were Von Queesh in 2001 and 2006. They're the Triad. They can regenerate their energy. Kind of just whenever they're Von Queesh, they just have to gain enough strength and come back in form or whatever, and then they can track people. This says mind control. I feel like they overgeneralize the mind control term. It's not mind control just because you have someone have a dream.
Yeah, because we first introduced the Triad with Cole, right? Like the Triad was telling him to kill
officially
the sisters in season 3, and then this is a new Triad with better robes.
Yeah, essentially, I guess they're the same energy, just kind of reincarnating themselves or whatever, that kind of thing, like the Source.
Well, I like the idea of like the evil 3 and then the good 3. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Very balanced.
Yeah. But I laughed because every time they said threesome, I was like,
fresh off the smut box.
Like this threesome. Yeah, I'm like, this threesome. I'm like, really? That's the word you're gonna use? Okay.
All right.
What's under the robe, Mr. Triad?
All right, classic Charmed. We're talking Cheaper by the Coven. Season 7, episode 3, aired September 26, 2004. This is the one where Paige and Phoebe decide to summon Grams for Chris's Wickening, and then there's the spell that's done that turns basically Grams. It's Grams, right? Who does the spell to make Chris get along with Wyatt get along with his brother Chris, and it backfires.
Yeah, pretty much a sibling rivalry. Yeah.
So the sisters are all acting like teenagers, and then basically there's like a demon Leo that shows up, and it turns out that Wyatt like projected demon Leo because he thought that Leo was mad at him. So this was like a really fun episode. I remember this one.
Mm-hmm.
I love this episode. It's so fun.
Yeah,
Me too.
It is. And it tells us, of course, this was based off Steve Martin's movie Cheaper by the Dozen. And some reasons to watch. This was the debut of Charisma Carpenter. Oh my God, more in a second. It also points out that we get Grams, Patty, and Victor, and usually the good episodes have kind of the whole family back drama, so that's nice. And then we get to see Grams spell backfiring. We don't usually get to see Grams mess up like this in the show, which is kind of fun.
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So a little bit on Charisma Carpenter, or as I say, Charisma. She was born on July 23 in Las Vegas, Nevada. She's half Mexican, half Cherokee. I thought this was funny, I guess. I didn't know that she was named after an Avon perfume. And when she found out, she was like, really, parents? Really?
It's like I hate that.
Yeah. It's such a cool name, and it's like an Avon perfume.
Oh, it's funny.
Charisma.
She was in local beauty pageants when she was young. She really had her eyes set on an English teaching career, but she kind of
Yeah.
accidentally got thrown into acting. She's like, damn, I want to be a teacher though. It talks about how she traveled a lot before she started acting, and she got her break in, I don't remember what show, but she got her break somewhere. She went to the Chula Vista School of Creative and Performing Arts, which
Baywatch.
isn't too far from me.
She
Baywatch,
got it
that's
on
what it was.
Baywatch.
Yeah. Baywatch, she was in Malibu Shores, but of course Buffy was her big breakout hit because that's when we all noticed her. And it's well known in the Buffy world that she originally wanted to be Buffy, but they were so smitten with Sarah Michelle Gellar that they made her Cordelia, which I think worked out because she makes a very good bitchy girl. Like, she's the perfect Cordelia. But
Yeah.
of course, I only say that because it's all I know.
But that's why I loved her
And-
appearance on Charmed, because she wasn't as bitchy, and then we got to see her like sweet soft side when she just wanted to run through the grass barefoot. And I love that for her.
Yeah, I do too.
Aw.
Cordelia definitely softened by the time she was on Angel. So yeah, I feel like we got like the
That's true.
continuation of her.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love. That's a good way to put it. I love that. Like she like
Mhm.
yeah, an alternate reality Cordelia.
Yeah. And that's it.
They did her dirty on Angel.
They did. Yeah, I read about that later.
Joss Whedon.
I didn't realize all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, fuck you, Joss Whedon.
Oh, I
I
wasn't
based
even
my
thinking
writing
that crap.
persona on you.
I was just thinking
Oh,
a
just your
storyline but yeah, no, okay, all right.
But they're intertwined. Like, she got treated bad story-wise because they were writing her out because she had the gall to get pregnant. Ugh, what a selfish.
I know, terrible.
Uteruses, uteri.
I believe it's uteri.
Plural.
She was such a great addition to the show.
When I was first watching Charmed and I saw that Charisma Carpenter was going to be the seer, I was like, wait, so does the seer come back? Like, that's not a good look, making a black woman into, like, another race.
Oh.
I thought she was literally going to be, like, the same seer.
You're like, damn, Hollywood.
It was like, the sauce wanted me back in white and Mexican and Cherokee. So now we have our Ask Brad section, one of my least favorite sections, but also kind of a very telling section.
I
Did
literally
we get
thought you
anything
said
from this
ask
issue?
grab. Our ask grab section.
He did. Oh, I feel that. Stop it.
Yeah. I have some notes about this. I thought Fred Kearns seemed a little bitchy when he was talking about bringing Prue back. I don't know. That's just
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
And it was also like, it was an excuse. Like, no, what you're saying is not correct. Like, bringing Prue back is not going to take away from Paige in the slightest. Like, you're just a bitch.
No. Like, I know there would have been a lot of focus on that because people would be excited about that. I do get that. But at the same time, the story would have been strengthened regardless. You know, it's not like it's going to take that much focus away from everything else.
Yeah.
Well, and it would have calmed down all the rumors about everything too, and like helped give a public, you know, coming together. But like maybe the reality was that was just never going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the most telling thing outside of the page right now is that there's not even a picture of Prue in the end on the wall, because even just a subtle like nod to, oh, she existed, like would have said a lot.
Or like one scene, like flashback scene of them all hugging, even if it was just the back of her head with her stand-in or whatever. Like they should have had some.
They could have done
Forever Charmed. They can't pretend she never existed.
I know, and they could have done a young version. They could have done her as a kid. They were time traveling already. You know, they could have done her as a kid, not Shannon, but Prue. You know,
could have been the two little girls. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said at the beginning of the 8th season, the new regime of WB Charmed execs they wanted a continuation of Charmed, but then halfway through the year they were all fired anyway. I was like, really? They just got hired and now they're fired like 6 months later.
Yeah. Can we just mention this
Like,
picture of Kaylee Cuoco? She looks like nobody
Kaylee?
wants me here. She's like nobody wants me.
It's like, okay.
I get it. I get it, guys.
The hesitation in her smile. Like,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
She's like, oh shit, you're gonna put me in the magazine.
They said that they are scrambling to make bonus features for the DVD, which is exciting. They're finally getting them, but they are shooting the bonus features while they're shooting the final episode, so they're really cutting it down to the wire. Brad said he worked on getting the unaired pilot on to the special features. It didn't come on the season 8 special features, but it did eventually come to the complete box set. There's a bonus disc of special features that did include the unaired pilot. So I do have that, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then he said he would fight Holly for the book, but then admitted that she's been on longer than him. So I'm like, He just
But he
took
stole it
under
from
the
her.
rug.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
He just took it. They had an agreement where they would share it half the time, and he just took it.
What a jerk. Honestly, that's Holly's rightful. It's like Taylor's red scarf. Just give it back, Brad.
Then we have Show and Spell. I feel like a douche kind of for saying this, but I thought all the letters in this issue were dumb.
Oh, I don't have Show and Spell.
I don't
you
either.
don't?
No, it ends on Ask Brad.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh well.
Terrible. All right.
At least it wasn't a good one.
I have a copy of this
Yeah, it wasn't a good one.
somewhere in my boxes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll read one just because it made me laugh a little bit. It says, "What's in a name?" It says, "I am a massive fan of Charmed and of Charmed magazine. I have been watching it since I was 5 years old." 5? Okay. And I've seen every episode they've ever made. Charmed has even stopped me from changing my name. Everyone used to make fun of my name, so I told my mom that I was going to change it. But when Paige Halliwell, Canonical, came on, I was just amazed that there was someone on my favorite television program that with the same name as me. And then whenever we play Charmed, I would always want to be Paige, and now no one makes fun of me. Paige Gordon, Stonebrook, Derbyshire.
What's wrong with the name Paige?
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, I decided not to change my name. I'm like 8 years old. I decided I'm not gonna change my name anymore.
I was gonna change it to Puberta, but I think I'll stay as Paige.
Puberta. We lost Sean. He died dead. Sean, can you start doing drag as Puberta?
I'd love to. I'll get a black curly wig.
I will show you my puberus.
I'll come out and my voice will be cracking.
How to shave my pubertus. Sorry.
That's all I got. I said the one canonical thing, so that's done. Overall, I thought this issue kind of had issues. Now that the show's ended, they had little material to work with, so they were kind of like trying to look for anything to fill the space. But
hence the desperate and loving it interview.
Yeah,
exactly.
Kevin and I were talking before. There's some pages with like a huge picture and like one paragraph of writing on it. So like, quick, just put something on the page.
Yeah. So before we say what's happening in the next issue, I will go over our poll for next week. And this is Best Cupid. Do you like the season 2 Cupid from Heartbreak City or Coop best?
Coop. I love Coop.
Oh, I
Coop
love
is definitely
Coop,
prettier to look at.
They're both bad at their jobs.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They're terrible Cupids. But at least one is prettier.
Stupid Cupid.
Stupid Cupid. Get it, Mandy Moore. Come on.
Puberta for the win.
Yes. Go watch Princess Diaries to hear Mandy Moore sing Stupid Cupid, and it'll be beautiful.
All right.
Love it.
So, Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure Coop will win, but I know people dislike Coop, so it'll be interesting to see what the ratio is, what the balance is.
Yeah.
So the next issue, we'll be talking about. It's gonna be a 100-page issue, our first 100-page issue, and it's the 2006 yearbook of Everything Charmed. We have interviews with lots of the guests, Alyssa, Rose, and Holly, and then some. Brian Krause, Kaylee, Finola, Drew. And then we have a complete episode guide, which we always get those. We don't really focus on the episode so much, so it might be a very short episode as well. But it's 100 pages, so we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Fun. Are you going to move on to the trading cards at some point?
Yeah, that'll be the next season, miscellaneous season.
Miscellaneous. I have
So
a
I
bunch
have
of them,
those.
just saying.
Oh, cool. So maybe I'll come on for whenever we do those. Be fun.
I might. Thanks,
But
eBay.
we'll be in the magazine season until 2027. So
Nice. Yeah, well, you're never getting rid of me. You know this.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's always nice to know that you'll be a stagnant. Because I've been told about other people before and they left me. So hopefully it stays true.
We nicknamed you
I got
Warts because we can't get rid of you.
No, I want to.
I don't want the HPV vaccine. I don't want it.
I have it. Thank you very much.
See, thank you.
You hear that, Coop? I'm single and clean.
On that note, Kat, tell us where we can find you.
Well, no one's looking anyway, so thank God nobody I know actually watches this for me. I'm just kidding. You can find me on Instagram at Zaccard. That's with a Z.
Nice. Sean?
Yeah,
You can
where are
find
you,
me
Sean?
on Shawnee Havoc on Instagram or TikTok, or you can find our other podcast, Solving for X and X-Men Task Podcast, on Instagram or YouTube. And plugging ourselves, we are currently feverishly working on the sequel to Two Mutant to Handle, so I'm excited for that.
Yes. So much fun. Oh, the comedy gold. Love it.
Yes.
If you like X-Men and horror, this is the radio show for you. You can find me at KJEEZY87 on Instagram, or follow this podcast, Words of the Witches, pretty much everywhere. Search for it and you will find it. Yeah. So until 2 weeks from now, when we do the 100 issue, I will see you, Spellworders. Thanks for listening. Boom. Your destiny still
awaits.
Your destiny still awaits.
Vogue it out. Let's it out. Oh, I can't wait for my car. Let's vogue it out.